May is Melanoma Awareness Month. Melanoma, the 7th most commonly diagnosed cancer, and is also the most aggressive skin cancer if not caught early. To talk more about this and help increase awareness about the importance of prevention, we're joined live in studio now by Annette Sear, a 3-time melanoma survivor and founder and chair of the board of the Melanoma Network of Canada. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
We hear a lot about melanoma. People know about it, but it seems that a lot of people don't do enough to protect themselves.
Absolutely.
How aggressive is this cancer?
Well, you know, it's like many cancers. If it's caught early, it's highly treatable, and that's the good news. Unfortunately, when it metastasizes or it spreads from its original site, it's very, very difficult to treat. There's been a number of new breakthroughs, even in the last 5 years, in what we call immuno-oncology, that have helped increase the outcomes, the positive outcomes for melanoma patients. But still, unfortunately, the majority of metastatic patients have not so good a future.
The difficulty is being able to spot it, and what's really nice is that the network has broken it down into sort of an ABCDE.
Yes.
So can you run through that for us?
Sure. And you know, your viewers can always go online and check with our website, melanomanetwork.ca, to actually look at the pictures. But the ABCDEs of melanoma have been around for years, and it's just an easily remembered descriptor for asymmetry. Asymmetry is the A, and it stands for, you know, if the mole looks asymmetrical, if you folded it in half, if one side wasn't the same as the other, you know, if it doesn't match. B is for border. If the border is irregular or scalloped, it might be of concern as well. C is for color. Oftentimes melanomas can have a variety of different colors in it, ranging from black, pink, blue, purple, brown, white. You know, so there's, you know, a mole might present itself with multiple colors in it. D is for diameter. Anything that's beyond sort of 6 millimeters in diameter is sometimes of concern and should be checked as well. And I think probably the most important one is E. It stands for evolving. So if a mole is changing, if it's itchy, oozing, bleeding, we often find people that have you know, a mole that's bleeding.
Yes.
Have it checked, because that's one of the high points that really is something of concern.
Okay, so how do we prevent and how do we protect ourselves?
Well, unlike other cancers, melanoma, in many circumstances, and skin cancers, and I'll tell you, melanoma is the 7th most common one in the country, but if you put all the skin cancers together worldwide, we are the #1 cancer regardless of all cancers in the world. So there's a lot of skin cancers out there. Melanoma just happens to be a more deadly form of skin cancer. And prevention is fairly easy for a lot of it. I'd say probably in the neighborhood of 70 to 80% of the melanomas can be prevented by simple steps. And Australia's been ahead of us for years, and they promote slip, slap, slop, seek, and slide. So really wearing sunscreen of an SPF 30 that says that it is a broad spectrum sunscreen blocking UVA and UVB. You can also wear a hat. Hats are in fashion. It's a good time to be popping one on.
Right.
Sunglasses to protect your eyes. Early, you know, oftentimes you get early eye disease because of cataracts and such, because of the UV radiation. You can also seek shade in prime hours between 11 and 3 p.m. You know, try to get your activities more in a shaded area so you're not as exposed. And then, you know, anytime you can, cover as much of your body as possible. Lots of really cool UV clothing that's available today. Going to help protect you and still keep you comfortable.
Wonderful. I think it's wonderful to talk about this, get the awareness out. Absolutely. If you would like more information and really look at the photos of what certain types of skin cancer looks like, you can go to melanomanetwork.ca.
Thanks.
Annette, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure. Have a safe summer.
You're watching CP24 live at 10:30. After the break, Chris joins us with a look at your 7-day forecast.